Welcome to HDFC Life Presents Live Sessions partnered by ET Now. Now, in a country where investment participation is soaring with over 13.6 crore unique market investors, it is critical that we talk about financial planning in its truest, most holistic sense. It's not just about wealth accumulation, it's fundamentally about protection, stability, and growth. To help us dissect this crucial topic, we're honored to be joined by two stalwarts from the HDFC Group who have been instrumental in shaping India's financial landscape. Mr. Vineet Arora, Executive Director and Chief Business Officer, HDFC Life, and Mr. Dhiraj Relli, Chief Executive Officer, HDFC Securities. Gentlemen, thank you for your time today. Great to be speaking with you. Vineet, if I could start off with you, as the numbers suggest, India now has about 13.6 crore unique market investors as per SEBI. But at the same time, one feels that while the penetration definitely is getting a little better with days as we progress, at the same time, people are still underinsured. And how do you address that? People think about life cycle, life savings much later in life. I think the question is when and where do you begin?
Yeah, I think that's a very, very pertinent question, and looking at the size of our demography, it's even more important. Clearly, penetration is not where it is supposed to be, and I would say largely in terms of coverage of individuals, it is still closer to what it needs to be. But in terms of amount of coverage, I think it's really, really far away from where it needs to be. So what we call that as protection gap. That's really a large gap in the country today. And this starts right from the beginning. If we just look at the purpose of life insurance, it starts from saying that if there is an earning, there is an income, life insurance primarily just comes in, finds a way to replace that income in case of an eventuality. And that's where it should actually start. While the way traditional thinking goes, and the way we have been doing savings in India is that we first try to save, and then we once we reach a stage when we have,
then we spend and then we invest.
Then we spend and then we invest and then we protect. So the protection actually, people start looking at it at the end of the place when they have surplus to protect, while it should actually come right in the beginning when you started earning. And so even if I'm young and I just started earning, there could be a thought process which says that because I don't have dependents, I don't need insurance. But that's rarely a fact, because if you're earning, you will have some kind of responsibilities, you will have some kind of dependence on you, maybe not fully dependent, maybe partially dependent, or maybe there is a responsibility, or maybe there is some asset that you have created or you are going to create for your family or your parents. Even then, so even then I think an insurance is required, and first should be protection and then move into saving, because protection is what protects your income, and then you start savings and wealth creation. It follows in that sequence. That's the way it should be. But yes, when we are doing a lot more awareness from our side to tell our citizens, etc., that we should do more. A lot changed with the GST changes which happened recently, and just the demand for pure protection has gone up after that. I think two things: one is it's become cheaper and more affordable, and the other one is it led to a lot of awareness about term insurance and about protection. So I think that also really helped in taking that up. So the growth that we are seeing right now, and we hope it sustains going forward as well, it's very, very significant.
Dhiraj, with life insurance, you sort of get support for both protection as well as long-term wealth building via different solution approaches. Wanted to understand, because it can get a little complicated for a few to understand, how should customers use these various nuances appropriately across their life stages, and of course, because everyone has a different risk parameter and threshold.
Absolutely. Insurance plays a dual role in customers' portfolio. One is a risk protection, and second is structured wealth creation. When we look at just pure protection, I think it secures them from the unforeseen circumstances. When we look at these other offerings like stability related or guaranteed financial solution, it provides stability, it provides predictability, it also provides a disciplined goal-based approach. Case in point is like if you are planning for the home loans, or creating education liability, or working on the retirement planning. So you need a protection, you need also a guaranteed solution so that they are all taken care of. And also when it comes to insurance, people do avail the market linked products as well. And market linked product work well for them to provide them the to ride the economic growth, as well as it also helps them to deal with the goal based financial planning also. So they can also counter the inflation for extended time horizons, which I believe is not available with many instruments. Most of the other instruments, people use it for a short term or a mid term. Ironically, even mutual fund people do invest for short term and don't stay invested for longer horizons. There are no one size fits solution when it comes to insurance. One can look at different ways to understand the risk appetite, return expectations and protection requirements. But if we look at broad categories, young adults probably look at basic insurance and they look at long term wealth creation when it comes to insurance solutions. When we look at the proud parents who are in their 30s to 40s, they need strong protection because they have dependencies, and that's where they go for a larger protection plans, and also focus on the stability because they are building their wealth creation through the stability, and also have the appetite to invest for a growth schemes as well. When it comes to the those customers who are in their 40 to 50 wisdom investors, they have at this stage a lot of responsibilities also. So they look up to the other than the protection, stability through the guaranteed products, and also some portion goes to the growth schemes also. There's a large category of which is there into the pre-retirement 50 to 60s. I think that there they start looking at annuities, there they start looking at how would they manage the not only the risk of dying early, but also risk of living too long also. So that way insurance offer solution for everyone at all life stages.
Just taking a leaf from what you said, because it's so interesting. You at HDFC Securities engage in, digital first, and now with this new boom of equity market investors that we're seeing, with Gen Zs also now coming into the fore. Tell me, what are some of the behavioral patterns that you've seen into their style of investing and what they think about insurance and equity markets, of course, vis-a-vis, the old school traditional investors?
So the baseline expectations have moved to speed, transparency,
instant gratification,
yes,
right?
Instant gratification, and also absolute convenience. They value the advice, but they want the decision to be taken at their end. So they want to be part of the decision making, and not that this is right, so you should buy this. So they are very, very much evolved. They are also socially well connected.
Yeah.
So they validate their investment decisions and the recommendation by the experts also through their own social network also. So it has changed dramatically. They are also now exploring the not just about the equities, but also alternate investments also. Like we've seen the last 1 year how silver and gold have outperformed all asset classes and given superlative returns. So they are very quick to do the sectoral changes also. They are very quick to do the asset allocation related decisions also. Unlike people who have been investing for long, they will say let's wait and watch, and they have their own skepticism about the direction of the alternative investments like silver ETFs or gold ETFs. But the Gen Z millennials, they are faster, they are quick, and they are more evolved. And all that they expect is that a hyper personalized engagements, and they want to take control. They want frictionless execution. Absolutely, that's given for them. The convenience and frictionless execution is a must.
So how do you facilitate that?
See, we have multiple applications. Most of the investors have moved on to the app-based investing. In India, 90% plus customers are investing through the mobile applications and digital properties. For us also, most of our customers do invest through the digital properties. So we have InvestRight and HDFC Sky catering to different segment of investors, and customers can invest in equity, they can invest into debt instruments, they can invest into derivatives, they can also do commodities. So it's a full comprehensive range of products and services. We also include a combo products with the help of HDFC Life, where we give them a capital protection growth oriented scheme plus the life cover. So that's something is taken off very well, and we are seeing good response because that takes care of their most of the basic issues and free their bandwidth, time and the surplus money to invest into the high risk products also. So they want to protect themselves first, have some savings in place for the rainy days, and then take higher risk.
Right. Vineet, Indians today are taking on a larger and longer financial commitment as well, right? The wise and sound, the Gen Zs, they start a lot earlier. Wanted to understand, with rising loans, income responsibilities and longevity of life, like Dhiraj was talking about, how critical is life insurance in trying to, protect your liabilities, securing family goals early in the life stage?
I think extremely critical. If I had to just give a simple answer, it's extremely critical. And that's something that we typically consider as an expense while taking our decisions. While it is not an expense, it's a protection. I think that's the way it should be looked at. If I'm starting a loan, let's say a housing loan for example, and there is a huge liability which is dependent on the income that I will make going forward, insurance is a must, and it must be bought at the time of taking the loan. Because if something happens, it will destabilize the entire family. It will lead to the house not being paid for, and a lot of harassment for the family after that. Similarly, this could be extended to all other kind of loans. I think Dhiraj very nicely explained how at every different life stage, different products of insurance start making sense. So like for a young age, it might be just protection, and then it moves into some kind of savings for a goal, like education or marriage, and then it moves to pension, retirement, and then how do you really look at a life beyond your working time. So at every stage there is definitely a need for insurance. Insurance as a combination of protection, as a combination of long term guarantees, actually gives a plethora of solutions for the customer. How one manages that during the life stage, the needs of that particular person is really dependent on that time. One way, like HDFC Securities very nicely done it, is this entire combination plans. So this is a nice way to just package the solution together and give it as one solution, and then customers can just take that and then move on, because it kind of suffices most of their needs.
Dhiraj, just to add to that, as per recent consumer studies, over 60% of financial product discovery is now happening online. And with, the younger investors coming into the fore, they're a lot more digitally savvy, like we were just discussing. How is it that you at HDFC Group ensure the right fit, transparency, and more importantly, reduced mis-selling of products?
So first of all, 100%, near 100% of onboarding of new customer is done through the digital journeys. So customers are aware what they are buying, and even after onboarding, most of the customer do take their decisions and execute their decision through digital platforms. Gone are the days where they can be, there can be a mis-selling of products to them. They do at their level good research. But over and above that, we do a lot of suitability exercise. Customization. We understand our customers' profile, their risk appetite. We have comprehensive understanding of their transactions with us. As a group, at an HDFC group, we do provide them banking, we do provide them protection, and we take care of their investment solutions also. So to that extent, we have a better understanding, or we are equipped to take a better decisions, so we guide them. Overall, at the group level, I think we create a lot of awareness around the scams, frauds, and fake applications, and so on. So, doing the suitability exercise is the core for us to start recommending any products. And as I mentioned, nowadays customers are not looking at vanilla products. They are looking at hyper personalized solutions. So if they have a specific need, specific goal, specific aspirations, they want solution, they want nudges, they want advice only specific to their requirements. And that's where we have a framework. We use a lot of digital tools also, and customers take most of their decisions on their own. And as a group, we have very less, I think hardly any complaints on the mis-selling of insurance or any other products.
Right. So, if I could ask you, Vineet, you know, the HDFC Group has always played a very defining role when it comes to shaping India's financial ecosystem. I mean, everything from housing finance to insurance to capital markets, you guys are everywhere. From your perspective and vantage point, how is it that you see the group's larger aim of, you know, or rather the mission of making India financially independent play out?
So I think, like you rightly said, you know, all the entities in the group actually come together to make this
eventually
happen.
Towards one goal.
Towards
yes.
one goal. And that goal is, you know, making sure that there is financial inclusion. That goal is towards making sure that all facilities, financial requirements of every customer in this country is met and is capable of being met in a very comprehensive manner. I think that's really the goal. And that is now enabled through the multiple, you know, group companies, as there could be like capital markets, insurance, general insurance, banking, etc. So the entire, you know, gamut of services is available within the group. I think the most critical point is that how do you go about executing this, and completely the way that, you know, Dhiraj explained, that at the time of onboarding, what is required for which customer and what do we feel is the best for it, and does he, you know, also agree to that, yes, you know, these are my needs and this is the solution which solves for my needs. I think that's the real critical process. And then every company's process also takes over, where there is, you know, adequate understanding of the product is delivered or not delivered, is then, you know, considered. So I think clearly as a group we feel that this is a big responsibility. We have a large reach through our banks, through the digital channels, etc. We have a large reach. We reach to, you know, the most depth of the country that is possible. And we need to serve the customers at different strata and in different ways. There could be language differentiations at different points. There could be different products being, you know, sold for different kind of customers. So all the differentiation we are able to maintain because of the large comprehensive nature of products that we have.
Dhiraj, you want to add to that?
I think it's all about the reach, richness of offer, and the proposition. This is what exactly helps us to reach out every single household, and our aspirations are very clear that we want Indian household to become more confident, more financially resilient, and more aware.
Absolutely. Okay, so I have a rapid fire for both of you. You've got to be extremely rapid and hopefully full of fire as well. Vineet, let me start off with you. Life insurance is only needed if you have a dependent.
No, it is required the moment you start earning.
Dhiraj, employer provided life cover is enough for complete family security.
No, because they are temporary, they are limited, and you need to have your own insurance plans.
Vineet, life insurance should be mainly bought for tax savings more than protection.
Absolutely no. This is a need, a core need of any financial planning, and it has to be bought for the reasons.
Okay.
Tax planning is only incidental to it.
Okay. Dhiraj, market-linked life insurance solutions are too expensive.
I think the cost structures are well defined and they are very much transparent. Over the period of the insurance policy, it's quite competitive.
Vineet, different life insurance solutions fulfill different needs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. At different stages of life, different products will fulfill. A combination of products can be done to fulfill your needs. So, absolutely true.
Dhiraj, life insurance policy should be reviewed and updated basis life stage and needs.
Absolutely. And as you know, individual goes through different milestones and different level of affluence, responsibilities, they need to revisiting their protection, they need to revisit their goals and accordingly update and have better products.
Okay, both of you did very well. Congratulations and thank you for your time today. Great speaking with you.
Thank you.
Right, Mr. Arora, Mr. Relli, that was an incredibly insightful discussion. A truly inclusive financial ecosystem is one that keeps the customer at its heart, one that grows with their protection needs, adapts with their investment life stages, and delivers value across the entire financial journey. As India moves closer to the vision of insurance for all by 2047, partnerships between innovation, policy, and informed people will define the next era of financial empowerment. Thank you for joining us on HDFC Life Presents Live Sessions, partnered by ET Now. Until next time, keep investing in a secure and confident tomorrow.